map of the day is Yansu Le. Should introduce ourselves. I'm Don Juancho.
And I am Letty or Owen from the TeamDoge team.
That's right. Today's Team Dodge tournament, and I believe the winner gets what 1 million Dodge coins.
I don't think it's a million, no.
It's a lot though. I think it's around 25,000, 50,000.
In around that. I'll actually find that out. I remember last week's competition we had a pool for, what was it, in around 50,000 Dogecoin, something like that. But alright, we are up and running. Let's
Yeah,
get the production
40,
tab running.
45,000 for first.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Start it out.
Right, you seem to be one of these casters who's very enthusiastic whenever you're introducing people. I just kind of sit here and point out this guy is red, that guy is blue. They're going to kill each other. So why don't you take, why don't you take over? We'll start off with my darling.
I think that's perfect. But yeah, in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the ferocious Zerg Cruzo, and in the top right-hand corner, we have the red sneaky Terran, my darling.
Sneaky Terran.
Sneaky. Oh man, all these Terrans are sneaky with their widow mines and their marine drops and all that. It's
Yeah, that's always become a thing with Terran. That whenever you're playing against a Terran, you just know that it's going to end up, having a Banshee rush coming in out of nowhere, or they're going to set up a proxy racks on it. And I mean, I actually feel bad whenever I do it now. Whenever I play a game and I decide, I don't really want to play this game, but I don't want to quit, I know I'll just do a Banshee rush, and you feel like a total asshole if you win. And otherwise, you feel like a total failure when you lose that. It's like, oh,
yeah,
I cheesed him and it didn't even work.
that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, I actually started out in Wings of Liberty playing Zerg. I did pretty good. I got up to Masters, but once they introduced the Widowmine in or in Heart of the
Yeah.
Swarm, I actually changed race because of that. I was just so frustrated. It was like these damn things kill all my units, and I can't even see them.
Yeah.
So yeah, rocking the Protoss now. But much love to the Zerg, and you know what? I have love for the Terran too, just because I feel like they're an endangered species. I watch a lot of Pro League, and you don't see them that often.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to turn down my mic a little bit there. Apparently, I was completely drowning you out. But yeah, I've noticed that in playing now that from Heart of the Swarm and then going compared to Wings and Liberty, then so your volume is actually really low, man. Can you turn up your mic a little bit if you can? Because I have you on max volume here.
I do not know how to turn up my mic.
Right, tell you what, I'll turn down my mic. That is the best thing we can do for it.
Hmm.
All right, that should be a little bit better. Otherwise, we get complaints. So, babe, so
Yeah,
let me know.
I'll just try and talk a little bit louder.
Sure.
Just talking about the game a little bit here.
Mhm.
Looks like we have some Reapers coming out. The Zerg did
Yep.
do a 15 hatch, 15 pool, and he is getting his gas.
Yeah.
So I think I mean, he's gonna be all right. He got that drone right there.
Yeah.
It, this seems like it's gonna be a pretty standard. Well, he's getting the second Reaper, but it should
Yeah.
be a Reaper expand. He should be putting up the CC pretty soon here. As long as he gets these queens out, he shouldn't lose. Yeah, I mean, he should be okay. As long
Yeah.
as let's just see his micro here.
Yeah, see, what I found very strange about that is generally, if you're getting a Reaper out, you don't want, your opponent to know about that Reaper until they are literally inside your base. You want to, put them in, you want to put them into a panic mode with that Reaper out. And now that,
Yeah.
I mean, he saw it nice and early with
Oh,
focusing down that drone.
oh, get that. Oh, yeah. Saves the drone. Yeah. Nowadays in the meta though, a lot of the time it's kind of known that Reaper's gonna come out, and it's
Yeah.
more. I think it's more for scouting. He's doing a really good job here of having the lings out, but now that the
Yeah.
second Reaper comes out, see what they can do.
Yeah, the Queen is
But
out now, so that'll definitely provide a lot more defense against them.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they are going to
Uh,
head on up home.
yeah,
Let's have a look. What's going on in the Terran base? He was getting his factory out, so we're likely going to see a 1-1-1 movement coming on from this, which is unbelievably common. Although the second command center is already going down,
Ooh,
so going
third
for a
command
really quick
center.
third.
Yeah, this is very greedy here. I guess he's just gonna pressure him with these three Reapers and that Queen.
Yeah,
He needs to bring those guys back down here. Good
big
micro
time.
by the Terran, just getting those guys low. I guess we're gonna see the Hellion follow up here, but the Zerg, he has the Overlord in the base and he sees everything that's going on.
Yeah,
And Zerg has not taken a second or a third base yet,
yeah. I mean, he can
and he
see everything that's going on. As he said here, he's seen that he's going for a third command center going for a second expand, he knows he's being greedy, and he knows he can capitalize on this quite easily. He can start sending up troops, and he knows that outside of, a couple of Reapers and then a couple of
Yeah,
Marines that can pop out, there's not a
that's all
huge
he
amount he can do.
that's all he has right now. And he's not using anything in the factory right now. So
Yeah, and there are the Lings trying to take
what
advantage of that, but walled up very well.
once these roaches come out though,
Big
once
time.
these roaches come out, yeah, it's I'm almost surprised he's not getting Widow Mines because
Yeah, these guys
the
are really
roaches are
going to
gonna
hurt.
eat. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So he's gonna get a shroud, not quite. Keeping those Lings active though, I like what he's doing. He's
Yeah,
putting pressure on, and I think Zerg, he's trying to two base timing. Look at all this larva he has stored up.
yeah, big time.
He has 4 roaches in production.
I mean, if those roaches get up there nice and quick, and we do have a baneling nest coming up now, so obviously,
Oh,
obviously Crusoe is not too impressed by the wall that's gone up and gotten in his way, and I mean, a couple of banelings, as long as he gets them in on top of that supply line, that's going to be pretty much game over for the Terran. I mean, there's no real recovering from that, but if we have a look at the production tab there, our Terran player is now researching the Cloaked Banshee.
yeah. I don't know how
Very,
much that's gonna do though.
yeah,
Banshees are not that good against Zerglings. I mean, sure,
yeah,
Zerglings can attack them, but they can't kill them that fast.
big time, yeah, and it's very late in the game. I mean, we're on the 8 minute mark, and he's only started researching Cloak now. But very good micro to take down a couple of those lings there from the
Yeah,
Hellions.
yeah, getting them low health. So,
Oof,
oh,
roasted. But
loses a bunch of them there.
here are the
These
roaches, and
roaches, there's no
they'll,
answer for these roaches right now.
yeah, they will
You can
clean
walk
that up
them
pretty
in,
quick.
but losing those lings is a big thing though, because he couldn't morph them into any banelings, which
Yeah,
would be huge.
yeah, that's what I was assuming those lings were only there for. Now, that was a lot of kind of miss micro, I would call it there,
Yeah,
His Roach party really got split up and between
yeah,
two different kind of fighting grounds, and he didn't even get the supply depot down.
yeah. I
And
think he didn't. He might have only taken out one Hellion. So
yeah,
this Banshee is definitely putting in some work here.
big
He's
time,
pulling the
yeah.
SCVs to repair them, repair
Yeah,
the Hellions.
and I mean, if you look at that supply depot, he just kind of let it down at 1 health. So
Yeah.
he should have at least got off, that one little extra final shot, and the wall would have been broken.
Yeah, it
And
looks like he's really committing to this, really trying to take out that depot, but that depot is not going to go down. Now that
yeah,
he has two Banshees, he's doing a lot of work from the air,
yeah.
and
I mean, those
I don't think it's going to
banelings,
be
no,
enough.
they're not going to even reach it.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
looks like he's making
called
drones
good.
right now.
Yeah, called a
Yeah.
good game.
GG, first game goes to my darling.
Yeah, a lot of missed micro from our Zerg player there. I mean, he had the advantage in kind of his unit composition, but it was literally his micro that just completely left him down on that. I mean, he should have been able to pretty much run straight into his base and start taking out everything behind that wall, but he just kind of didn't take the initiative because he split his army up a little bit too much and didn't really know what he was meant to be attacking for the most part. But interesting, we'll see what happens in the second game.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, let's so. I guess I'm the forgot I got to start the game here. Okay, there we go. Oh, all right. We will be getting into the second game here
Yep.
once we figure out what the map is. Looks like it will be
Frostily.
Frost. All right. What are your thoughts about this map?
I think it's kind of a map that it doesn't really favor any play style in particular. I think it's a very kind of fair map more than anything. That uh, to be honest, I don't have a huge amount of comments on it. I think it's kind of a boring, generic map kind of thing. It does its job well, but there's nothing I can really point out that it kind of favors too much. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
as we can see from there. I mean, it's random. It's a more randomized starting area. That I mean, there are 4 different spawn points, and there's a nice big map that can kind of take away from. It makes six pool a little less likely. Things like that. Although with starting positions right now, six pool is perfectly likely. But
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna see more of a macro game. I hope we see a little bit more of a macro game this time. See what they can really do against each other. That first game, they're feeling each other out. It's like they're two boxers going
Yeah.
Red throwing a couple of jabs.
Yeah, I think we're still
Yeah.
going to see a lot of early pressure put on from both players. I mean, in particular, I think the Zerg is going to want to come back a little bit from the very early Reaper pressure that, I mean, kind of took away from his attention and let him fall behind a little bit in the early game. So I think hopefully he will be looking to kind of make up for that now.
Yeah. So you're talking about starting position. So in the top right hand corner, we have Cruzo, the red Zerg. In the top left hand corner, we have my darling,
There they are.
the blue
Yeah, I
Terran.
even gave you a little zoom in on that one.
Oh, nice.
I was thinking while we were playing it, I mean, I was going to be casting this solo, and one thing that I found could actually, cheer me up from. If you've ever cast a solo before, as I'm sure you have, I've seen some of your videos on it, that it actually gets very harrowing when you're doing it for a couple of hours at a time because you find yourself kind
Yeah.
of, you're pretty much speaking to your wall. And you're not getting any kind of illicit response coming back from it or anything like that. So I
Yeah.
found that extremely difficult. But one thing I found that could actually cheer me up a lot for it was I could cast it and pretend that I'm actually watching an Age of Empires game. So we say, yeah, we've got a worker going in here. He's gonna scout out. Yeah, he's just got the town center built at the moment. He's gonna get some camel archers in his expansion down here. But yeah, we got the Zerg going for the early hatch again. So likely not gonna see any early pressure from him this time around.
Yeah. And we have the command center going down right away.
Yeah, very early for a command center to go down.
Yep. Well, it is a big map, and
Yeah, and he's probably assuming that the Zerg is probably gone for a quick hatch. Let's actually check. No, he hasn't spotted anything yet. No scouting yet. But yeah, he's
yeah.
probably assuming that the Zerg is probably going to go for his second too. So I'm perfectly safe to go for my second.
And it looks like Zerg might even taking a third. Let's see if he takes it in the top or bottom here. Looks like he is heading towards the bottom.
Yep.
Pretty, and should be coming up very soon here.
Yep. There we
There
go.
we go. 3 hatches before pool. You know, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that a lot because it's putting the pressure on the Terran.
Yeah.
He has a fast. He went command center first. Well, Zerg's going to be even greedier. Get 3 hatcheries.
Big time. I mean, if we
Yeah.
have a look at it there, I mean, our Terran player, my darling, he's not extremely focused on doing any scouting. I mean, we've only got one scout out right now at the 4 minute mark, and he's not seen the thing yet. So by the time that he does actually pick up at the fact that, oh god, he's got 3 bases, he's going to have to change his entire game plan based on that. Because he's
Yeah.
probably not under the assumption that, this third player is already 1 base up on me, and I went extremely early.
Yeah, and he is only getting a Marine right now. He's not going with the Reaper, so
Yeah,
he's going to have less intel. And right now, he doesn't know. He doesn't know if there could be speedlings on their way right now to the base.
yeah,
So I'm surprised yeah, that's what I
yeah.
was going to say.
Bunker goes up.
Throwing down the bunker.
I mean, that's going to prove to be a pretty big waste of resources because, I mean, there's nothing attack based coming out of either of these players anytime soon. I mean, we've still got workers being made up in the main for the Zerg player, even though the spawning pool is up and ready. He's likely just waiting until he can get metabolic boost from it. His gas is up and it's just waiting.
Yeah, and no Zerglings yet, just droning up pretty hard. Currently at 23 drones to 23 SCVs, but as these 3 hatches kick in and the larva injects kick in,
Yeah,
he's gonna be, if he spends it on drones, he's gonna have a lot of drones. He's gonna have a lot of something.
yeah. Well, that SCV in the Zerg base is likely about to go down, but he has seen that there are 3 bases up now for the Zerg player, and he's not really doing anything that would suggest he wants to tackle that. Now, he's got his factory out, and he's also put down the reactor, so he's transitioning back into double Hellions, and that's likely a starport. Yeah, starport just gone down as well, so maybe he's going to be looking to get those cloaked banshees out on top of that.
Yeah, the Zerg couldn't handle it last game, so he figures if it's not
Yeah,
broken, just keep doing it.
exactly. Now, the Overlord just flew in to see the starport up, and he can also see the reactor that's on that factory there. So
Yeah.
he is 100% aware of what's going on with the Terran
Yeah,
player
great
right now.
timing. Sees the tech lab on the
Yeah,
barracks as well.
literally everything
So
was seen. I mean, and it was an extremely good sacrifice of an Overlord. He picked up a huge amount of tech from that.
yeah, that's right. And right now he's actually building a widow mine first, a widow mine, and then
Yeah,
it looks like it's going to be a hellion. So maybe probably see a drop here, maybe a widow mine drop
yeah, Widowmind and a Hellion.
and hellion. Yeah,
And yeah, Medevac is on the way out, and
yep.
he's packing up near that barracks. Yeah, he's likely going to try and drop onto the third and take that out nice and quick. But it might not do him very well because there are no workers at this turret yet. Looks like he's just kind of stocking up on the larvae and getting ready to pump units out of there.
Yeah, yeah, very smart though. Getting the spore crawler. One small thing just for those watching, he has his drones rallied incorrectly.
Oh
From
yeah.
his third hatchery.
Oh yeah,
He's
they're
got
all
to
going
the
up to the
base.
second.
Yeah, I mean you really want to get 16 on each. He has 18 on the
Yeah.
bottom. Just kind of like nitpicking. No, he fixed that on the bottom. But I wonder if he was just nervous about having drones at his third and thought maybe they could get picked off too easily.
Yeah, well, the paranoia is kicking in because the spore crawler has gone up, and here comes the medevac. He's
Yeah,
just,
and we have Roach Warren going down. Great call for the spore crawlers, just keeping them safe.
yeah, big time. But it looks like he's not too interested in the third. It looks like he's actually landing in the main. Yeah,
Yeah, interesting though. He has the Hellions, so he's leaving the Widow Mines back for defense, and he has his Overlord spotted here.
yeah,
So
he's just sitting here. There we go.
I yeah, I think he's only has one queen. He's gonna have to do something here. No
Yeah,
reaction, not moving any of these
yeah.
drones. Oh, and they're clumping up. You do not want to do that. Other Hellions don't. Oh, good split at the last second.
Oh, they
Looks like
just
he's
ran a
gonna
couple
bring 'em
right
in
in.
to try and fight, but yeah, if you have those drones there, you might as
Oof.
well have them fight. Not looking good, man. That
Not at all. Very
oh
effective drop by the Terran player, and
yeah
well, two of those Hellions are still ready to go for another round.
yeah
Well, it
yeah.
looks like
That's
my darling is happy to bring him on home. But we've got Cloak halfway finished, and we've also got Ghost coming out. So he's
yeah.
going
I
for
don't know
a
if you see the workers killed tab. You got 12 workers right there, so that's definitely paid for itself.
yeah. And even just looking at the general units lost, resources lost. I mean, only 2 Terran units have gone down this entire game, and we've got 13 that were just taken down there. So
Yeah, I'd like
not
to see the
nice.
Zerg start to saturate this third base. I'm not sure if he's misrallied or what's going on,
Yeah, big time.
but he only has 47 drones, so I don't know
Yeah,
if he's trying to do another timing attack, but I guess we'll see.
yeah. And if you have a look at the income tab, even though the Zerg is on 3 bases here, well, we got that Banshee up. It's starting a little bit of hassle. Not going to do very much.
So
I mean, detection and the
it
Queen is up.
I feel a little silly for missing this, but he is doing a nuke drop right now.
A nuke
He's
drop.
he's dropping some ghosts and he's about to nuke the main. This should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, there it goes.
That's one right there, and he's gonna
No
have to
detection.
move those mutas. Yeah, no detection right
Oof,
now.
that's gonna
Oh,
hurt.
better move him, run!
Boom.
Oh, and so that was cute and all, but it didn't really do that much. It took out the extractor. The Zerg was quick enough. He was able to pull his drones, and he really didn't lose that much. I
Yeah,
thought he would really do too.
but
And on the other
those
side,
mutas
we
are
have
yeah,
Mutas wrecking house in the Terran's base, and
yeah, and
he's
again very strange that he left all the mutas up in the corner while all of the missile turrets were going down. I mean, he could have pretty much prevented half of those, or nearly all of those, from going down. But it looks like he's happy to try and take out a bit of the tech here. And he's going to have to run them very quickly to. Oh,
oh yeah, like I said, those widow mines, they are not
yeah,
very friendly. Jeez, and that ghost is still doing work. I didn't see him before he died, but it looked like he had a good amount of kills
yeah.
just hitting these drones here.
And another 2 nukes got finished up there, so it looks like he's going to try and drop another 1 or 2 on top of him.
Yeah, that's what I would say. And the third base here got shut down completely by a
Yeah.
Terran player.
We've got double Evo chamber coming up now, along with a Hydralisk then. So it looks like he wants to try and tackle that air superiority that the Terran's taking hold of at the moment. But again, I mean, really what the Zerg should be looking for at this stage is good detection. Because, I mean, he's got ghosts out in the field, he's got nukes out for the ghosts, and then he's got cloaked banshees as well. And very little detection.
Yeah, and Terran's all he has is
Oh,
he is
nuke
getting
going
the
down at the
ghost.
third.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see if this one works this time. Just outside of the range of that spore crawler.
Yep.
So no,
Don't
don't
run
run
your...
your guys in. Run
Whoa!
away.
Why?
Oh, a little bit of a
Ouch.
misstep there. Looks like they're gonna go again, and still looking around. Where's that guy? Where is he? There he is. Get him.
He's got detection out at least.
There you go. So shut that one down. So he's trying another Widow Mine drop here. But Terran is only on 2 bases, so although he is shutting the third down, it's not like he's getting a huge economic lead.
Well, We've got Widow Mines getting dropped in.
Yeah. He's running those drones away, though. So he might... Oh, try to
Well,
sacrifice a couple of drones so he can kill the rest of those. They're all on cooldown. Yeah, so he looks
yeah.
like he's going to be okay with that. He's targeting his hatchery on accident here by his mutas.
Right, it
And
looks like
Terran does have a pretty big bank right now, mineral bank, but
big
not
time,
a
yeah.
gas bank. Is floating out his third command center, trying to
Yep.
get another expansion.
I mean, even considering that the Terran player was on 2 bases, I mean, his income was consistently a lot higher. I mean, for number one, we've got the kind of miss rally that was on the Zerg third base, and then number two, he was just providing so much pressure throughout the entire game and killing off so many drones that he still came out on top in the resource count. Oof.
Yeah,
And Widow Mines make very quick work of a little Muta squad that went in to cause some trouble.
yeah. Let's see this little roach pack. I don't think they're going to be doing that much.
No.
Oh, looks like a miss rally. He's on move
Yeah,
command. He's giving those for free. Ah, looks like the pressure may be getting to Cruzo here.
big time.
Yeah, yeah. So four orbital commands. You can just drop mules for days,
Yep.
and putting up another or another command center. Probably make it into an orbital.
Yeah. I mean, there's no point in switching anything to a planetary at this stage. I mean, he's got so much in the lines of defense already that you might as well just keep going for the economical dominance. But he is supply capped, which is unusual. Oh, there we go. He's fixed that up. And now the
Yeah,
rest of the units are on the way out.
yeah. Definitely. Has a very big lead though in supplies. Army supply 92 to 46. Cruzo is trying to get back in the game by making a lot of workers. He's at 77 workers right now. That
Yeah,
means he only has a handful of roaches, and roaches, they take up a lot of army supply for not being quite as strong as other units for based on their supply count.
yeah, big time. I mean, if you have a look at the units lost tab as well, you can see just how effective that the Terran player has been throughout all of this. I mean, Cruzo has lost 8,000 resources worth of units, whereas our Terran, what is it, My Darling, he's only lost 2,900, and another 100 just gets tallied up for the Zerg player there.
Yep, and scan goes down. My
Yeah,
darling is just checking out what's going on here. He has a couple of Thors, bunch of Hellions and Hellbats.
yeah,
I don't think that Zerg has anything to stop this.
not at all. I mean, that is a fantastic unit composition. And let's see, we've not got any upgrades on the units, I don't believe, do we? No, they're all nil-nil. But
Well,
this
it is 1-1 for Zerg.
yeah, but the
Yeah,
Terran
you're right.
player, I
Yeah,
mean, it doesn't matter that he's on 0-0. His unit
yeah,
composition and just pure supply is just eating up the Zerg player here.
yeah. Yep. Nuke goes down, and even some point defense drones. I
Yeah,
believe that stops the Hydralisk shot.
yeah,
I
it
believe.
does. Yeah,
Does it also stop the Roach?
I don't believe it stops the roach shot. No, the roach shot isn't projectile. It's just splash damage, and I
Okay.
believe it has to be a projectile for the point defense drone to actually pick up on it. But we can see here that I mean the Terran player, he is in absolutely no rush, just a nice
Yeah.
slow creep in. He's letting the army come to
Good
him.
concave.
Yeah,
Great concave by Zerg, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Not with against the
not at
siege
all.
tanks. He is doing a lot of work though.
Yeah,
And
I
those,
mean, he's holding it back, but it's just purely numbers at this stage is what's
yeah,
causing the problem. I mean, he can micro like a pro, but I mean, you're really not coming back when you've got that big an army crawling up on your doorstep.
yeah, yeah. Very
And
true.
nuke goes down and takes plenty with it.
Yeah, that's just what you said. How it's a numbers game. That's just so true for StarCraft,
Yeah,
especially as a beginning player. I always just say, learn just to max out as fast as you can.
big
Don't
time.
even
Yeah,
worry about what beats what, because if you can max
yeah,
out faster, even if you got roaches versus siege tanks, if you have 50 more supply, you can break that sometimes.
yeah,
Maybe
big
not
time.
siege tanks, but
No,
uh,
you're completely correct, especially when it comes into early game engagements or early league engagements and stuff like that, because it's sort of very nice. Oh, there we go. My darling takes the
GG.
win.
My darling takes game number 2.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I mean, in the early leagues and stuff like that, even though it's not a very nice thing to say, but you don't really have to think about, what's their APM going to be at or anything like that. You just have to kind of A click in, and if you have more units, you're very likely to win that engagement.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. And the other interesting thing about that is that say you only have 10% more units, just the way that it works, since you're able to kill 10% faster and you have 10% more,
Yep.
it's not like you end up with 10% more army at the end. You end up having like 50% more army just because you have just that small amount really multiplies itself.
Yeah, big time. I mean, it's not really a one-to-one relationship. It's more kind of like a logarithm that goes along it. That if you
Yeah,
5% more, you'll end with 50% more, that kind of thing. But let's see, we are on. It is best out of five, I believe, isn't it?
I believe so.
All right, so this one may determine the winner.
That's right. See
Yeah.
what Cruzo has to say about that, though.
Yeah,
He's a Zerg player. You can never count him out. Could come up
definitely.
with a 10 pool.
Oh, we've got
Some
we've got
it
a
looks
two v
like the
two.
casters
Awesome.
are playing in this one. I thought something looked a little funny there.
Yeah, we just restart it once we get in. But
Yeah,
I would not like to take these two on. They are pretty good players.
yeah, yeah. That's not too fair.
Yeah. And I mean,
All
I'm
right,
on my American account, so I mean, I don't think I'm not even ranked on this account yet. I don't believe. But yeah, let's surrender out.
yeah. I was gonna cannon rush too. All right, let's try that again. So what map was that? Was that Discord? Or are we doing?
I have no idea. Actually, I didn't even pay any attention to it. I think it was
Yeah.
what is it? Altrazim Alter, however you pronounce that.
Ultrazine. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ultrazine.
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm not. Let me see here. I'm not terribly familiar with this map. I'll have to double check it. I know it's a bigger map, 4 player.
Yeah, no, this isn't a four-player one. This is a 1v1, I believe.
I mean the map has the 4
Oh, does,
spawning
oh, okay.
locations.
Does it? Okay, fair enough.
Getting going here. Game 3,
Yeah,
best of 5 series.
yeah, and if my darling takes this one, that is game over for Cruzo, and my darling goes home with the 40 million Doge prize.
That's right. 40 million
Oh, 40 million. No expenses spared.
going up. Yeah. How much are we getting paid?
We're getting paid peanuts.
Getting paid peanuts.
And I mean literal peanuts. Team Doge
Oh,
will actually package up a couple of peanuts, they'll put them in the post,
perfect.
and we'll receive them in about 2 or 3 weeks'
Oh
time.
man.
They might be
I was
half
gar-
eaten.
I was guaranteed 10 million, so maybe you gotta rework your contract. All right, so in the top right-hand corner, we have the red Zerg. Cruzo trying to make a comeback against the Terran in the top left-hand corner, my darling. Okay,
Let's get a quick
yeah,
zoom
I
on him
am
too. Hang on,
familiar with this
fancy
map.
zoom. There we go, my darling. Awesome. All right, let's go then. Give me your
Yeah,
give me your thoughts on the map.
yeah. So this has the expansion in the back.
Something I want to point out here: that Zerg has not made any drones yet, and down goes the spawning pool.
That's right. That's what we were talking about, right?
Yeah,
He did make. I think that was an 8 pool, so it's
yep,
gonna be obviously aggressive
big time.
and Terran has walled off every single time. Well, I guess he didn't wall off in the last game because he went command center first. So, do
Yeah.
you think he's going to expect this, or do you think he's going to throw down a barracks?
Very difficult to say. I mean, that economical build, a very greedy build in the last game, worked incredibly well for him, and he might want to, build on that. That, and with it being like the match that he can win in, I found that whenever people are playing their winning matches and things like that, they try to do, some nice fancy builds. They want to go for something, really impressive to look at. They want to go out in style. But no barracks has gone down here yet, and we're at 13 supply.
Yeah.
It's,
So
it's not looking good.
this it's looking good for Cruzo.
Yeah, it's looking very good for Cruzo.
Yeah. He sends the SCV down, taking that command center here, and he will scout it with his overlord
Yep.
eventually here. So will he know where to go? Well, obviously he's going to know where to go. He knows it's on the left-hand side. And like you said before, my darling has not scouted at all. He has no idea what's coming on.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, he is throwing down that barracks, but is it going to be in time? And the Lings are going to the bottom left. He's going to need to re-rally really soon. Hopefully he
Yeah.
sees this right away. And sees no command center. All right, Lings should be going top left. There
Yeah.
they're going.
And he's
And
moved
it
them.
looks like the supply depot is not going down. He's sending out an SCV. their paths aren't going to cross. I don't think he's going to see. Oh, he's
Oh
going to run
no.
into these pair of Zerglings right now.
Yeah,
He
but
sees the Zerglings. How fast does he react? He should just cancel. Well,
not fast enough. There goes down.
oh,
Nope, not
not
happening.
quite. Not
Oh,
quite.
get out. Oh, he's
Perfect.
gonna.
Blocking it with the Lings. He pulls the SCVs. Now let's see how good this micro is.
Yeah,
Oh, you gotta dance with those Lings.
yeah. It's
Looks like
just kind
a
of an
lot of
A
the Lings go
move.
down, but a lot of the SCVs goes down too. He does have the. Oh man, this is just so close.
Oof.
He has the Marine coming out, so he's gonna have to transition out
Yeah.
of that. I mean, he could get. Um, yeah, now that he has. Oh, get that
Oh,
SCV. So
straggler goes
now that he
down,
has the
and
Marine out, yeah, so he's gonna. I mean, I'd like to see a transition into Baneling bust. Right now, Terran only has 8 SCVs. The thing is, he has the mules, so.
yeah. But I mean, he is still horrendously behind it now. If we look at the units
Well,
lost tab, I mean, well, actually,
yeah, he only has 9 drones too.
yeah.
But so the problem is he has all of these lings, but the lings aren't.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
can't do
I
anything.
don't know
They're just
why
getting
they're
picked
all up.
off.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all up trying
he's
to
just
bust it
throwing them
down.
away right now. Bad. I think just a bad choice. I really think good idea to follow up with the Baneling. It is
Yeah,
kind of a last ditch effort, but uh, he wouldn't have much to follow up with. But just not having the drones is tough.
yeah, big time. And
Mhm.
if we have a look at the production tab now, yeah, Crusoe is starting to build back up on. Why do you keep sending those links in? But yeah, he's he's starting to pick back up on the drone count now. I mean, yeah, he's looking a lot healthier economy wise right now. But Terran player, I mean, he's got mules, he can come back from that, and the second is going down.
Yeah, what happened? Did he just cancel it because he needed more minerals?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, it was already being built, and then it just kind of vanished. I was thinking for a second, I thought he placed it down in kind of the natural, not the turret that's kind of built into the base. And I thought
Yeah.
maybe the third player, just scared the crap out of him when he appeared, so cancel it, get the resources back. But no, I'm assuming he just wanted to get a couple of resources back to pump out Marines and get that supply depot down as quick as he could.
Yeah. So I guess the trade wasn't that bad. I mean, right now it is 18 drones to 14 SCVs.
Yeah,
But again, those mules, they rack up the resources, and the second just came down, or the natural just came down for Zerg. And the
yeah,
natural is going to be finishing up pretty soon for the
uh,
Terran.
yeah. I mean, those the little Zerglings are just popping up every now and then. You can see them go there. One's gonna go down. 2 and 3 nearly went down. Yeah, I think he's just popping up to see is there anything going on to that barracks? Is he putting on a tech lab or a reactor? I think he's just kind of desperate to find out.
Yeah,
I mean, the factory is going down now, so
yeah.
oh, and
Almost had timing on that. And
yeah,
if you notice, he's throwing down a bunker, so he's
yeah,
definitely nervous about the follow up.
big time.
But
I
but it
mean,
looks
that
it looks like
factory,
Crusoe is making a good choice though, and taking a third here, and just going to drone really hard and keep the
yeah,
Terran in the dark.
exactly. Yeah, he knows that he wants to kind of try and prevent an economical build. And I mean, those Marines come out so quickly to take down that Overlord. I mean, he's going to incite a little bit of fear into the Zerg player of what is he hiding in there. And I think he's going to start assuming that a starport is coming out. But the turret is
Yeah,
going down for the Terran. Third command center is just finishing up.
yeah. But the thing that he scouted is that there's only one gas, so
Yeah,
he can't be too nervous. If he saw that, he can't be too nervous of starport just being on one gas.
yeah, but we can't assume that he knows how many bases he's on either. If you check out Crusoe's view, he can only see the main. He's only
Yeah,
got a little view of the main. He doesn't see that. He's taking the second. He's probably assuming, and the double gas could be going on down there for all he knows.
yeah. Very true. Yeah. But right now, I like the Zerg's position. He's on 38 drones,
Yeah,
three three bases going hard,
yeah.
and got the double Evo up.
And we can see that, I mean, my darling was a little bit paranoid of the Baneling bus to begin with, but just putting down a supply depot to finish up the wall now. But a factory going down in the wall generally means that I know you're going to try and Baneling bus this, so I'm going to tank as much of it as I can, and we'll just deal with it from there on. But now that he has replaced it with a supply depot and put down the Widow Mine, I think that fear is all gone now.
Yeah, I agree. I would like to see Crusoe just leave a ling right outside of his path ramp right here.
Yeah,
It's 25 resources to get a timing if he ever moves out. Plus, if
yeah,
the SCV comes out, you might be able to kill it.
yeah, big time. I mean, he's
Yeah,
left one of them sitting down here on the natural outside of space, and
yeah, I
that's,
like that.
just basically to sit there that when the SCV comes down, we're going to delay your command center for a minute or two. That's pretty much it. Or rather, when it floats down. But right now, he's just double SCVing into the natural inside of space. I'm always unsure of what to actually call the natural inside the base. We just call it the natural. We call it the third. We call it natural inside the base, or never.
That's a good question.
Yeah, never had an
I like
idea of it.
yeah, I like natural inside the base.
Yeah.
Extra base in your base.
And then we've got another 3 racks going down here, so it looks like we're going to see a much more bio build coming out this time. And we've got a medevac that's loaded up with 2 widow mines, and we've got 4 marines in there. And I think that overseer might have seen it leaving.
Yeah, 24 lings. He has great coverage with his overlord, so he's gonna see this.
Yep,
If he's looking at his mini map,
you can
he
definitely
has
see it now.
24 lings, so he should be able to shut this down. Hopefully, I don't see an overseer in his base though. That's the only problem.
Yeah. And the widow mines are down.
That spore crawler.
Yeah, that spore crawler will make sure that it cannot be seen. And he's taking
Spore
that
crawler
out pretty
might go
quick.
down, though.
Yeah, I mean, no defense is going to go down. The lings are
Yeah.
here, but that's not going to
He just
survive.
pick those. Oh, takes out 2 of those marines.
Now, does he
So-
know? No, he doesn't know that those widow mines are
he
still
should
sitting
know
pretty.
that they're there. He sent the. Yep. Oh.
Whoa,
Wow.
whoa, whoa! Why
I'm
did?
surprised he picked those up.
Yeah, why?
There was no overseer there, but I think he knew that they were there because he sent individual drones out there to, to take 1 hit each.
Yeah,
Yeah, interesting. So right now, Zerg's getting his 4th base, and Terran's floating out taking his 3rd base. 50 SCVs to 56 drones.
yeah. I mean, we can kind of consider that. I mean, things have evened out pretty well. Mostly because, I mean, Crusoe didn't really take the advantage that he developed for himself in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've got the widow
Yeah.
mines going down now to prevent any sneaky attacks coming in or any big ling rushes or anything like that. So the Terran player is just going to sit pretty for a little while. I mean,
Yeah.
muting up pretty hard too.
Yeah, it looks like 1-1 is going to be finishing up for Terran pretty soon here. And
Yep.
Zerg actually has the lead. He's about a quarter of the way done on his 2-2.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're correct. He is.
Yeah, looks like this Banshee Viking at the top is putting a little work on these overlords.
It's
Yeah,
always
that's not
yeah. No, it's always a nice
They're
way to
not
put
hurting
pressure on.
They're not hurting anyone. They're just floating around.
It's just a pure way to irritate a Zerg player that you know is going
Yeah.
for, a pretty ground-based bio build. It's like, yeah, well, I'm going to go up and shoot your overlords out. What are you going to do about it? You're going to do nothing about it, and that's it.
Yeah. And he's clearing the way so that he can make this drop unseen, but he did miss 1 overlord, so hopefully the Zerg saw it. Looks like great
Yeah.
static defense here. He's not going to be able to do that
Big
much.
time.
Once he sees this, he should just pick up and leave.
Definitely pick
or
up
else
and
he's
get
gonna
out.
lose
Nah, everything is
He's-
gone.
Yeah.
I don't think he was even looking there.
Yep, that's the thing. You try to do too much at once. It looks like we have another drop going down in between all 3 bases. But he has lings right there.
Yeah,
Yep,
they're
he's
going to
gonna
pick that up pretty quick. Mutas are out too.
Muta's
Not a
there
problem.
Too, so
Banelings.
they should be going nowhere.
I think he showed off a little bit too much of his army there. I mean, he could have
I
kept
think
those
so.
Banelings nice and secret and just ran them on in. And now
Yeah.
we've got the Widow Mines are on the way along with a little pack of Marines, and they're going to make
I-
pretty quick. Oh, those Banelings
Yeah.
going to make quick work.
Oh, wow.
Whew,
Great.
nice.
Great attack with those banelings. He's going to need something more, though. He's going to need a little bit more than...
Yeah, he took out
Just,
the Widow Mines big
yeah.
time, but I think right now he's hoping that my darling thinks there are more units back in the base than there actually are.
Yeah. I love these burrowed Zerglings. I gotta
Yeah.
say that this is definitely the best game that Crusoe has played.
Definitely, yeah. He's really kind of come into his own style of play on this one. There's a lot less kind of panic going on. It's a lot more kind of, let it flow naturally and we'll do fine.
Yeah, and I don't hate his position right now. There's nothing to tank the banelings if he gets enough banelings. I mean,
Yeah.
he can always obviously pull back by the siege tanks, but I think if he gets a good surround, he will do really good right now, seeing as there's only, what, one Widow Mine.
Yeah, big time. I mean, if those
So
Marines get caught out of position, those Banelings will absolutely melt them. But
that's right. Oh, don't run straight. Oh
oof,
no.
that's gonna hurt.
Oh, having a good angle would be great, but wow, he catches those
Oh,
siege tanks unsieged. This could work out
nice.
anyway.
Oof,
Oh wow,
melted
great
him.
surround by the Zerg.
Excellent attack.
Yeah, wow, those couple of Marines were able to do a lot of damage, but these two Zerglings are they're
Yeah,
just
they're just
putting in
eating
work.
them up, and they're moving on quick. Oh, that Widow Mine is gonna hurt.
Ooh. Luckily for the Zerg, it took out his Zerglings and left the mutas up,
Yeah,
but
definitely in a position to put on a little bit of harass here, but he does not want to fly too close to those Widow Mines again.
that's true, yeah. Yeah, wow, great hold by Zerg. If he had a little bit more um, reinforcements, he could have put on some pressure.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually building up 16 Banelings now, so he wants to kind of stick with the Ling Bling Muta.
Hmm.
And he wants to, I'm assuming he's going to start pushing. Oof, that was very well done on kind of moving one Ling forward just to get that Widow Mine to shoot off one.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, that's definitely good work. Look right here. Yep, doing the same thing, taking
yep.
out these guys, no problem.
Oh, don't use the
Waste,
Banelings.
yeah, waste with the Baneling, but at least he's taking them out.
Yeah. But I mean, that engagement we just had, you would consider that my darling had the better unit composition, and I believe he had a bigger army too. But I mean, just did really well at catching kind of out of position and the siege tanks unsieged, and he was just able
Yeah,
to kind of melt through the entire army nice and quick.
yeah, I was a little sad. You could probably hear it in my voice, because Zerg just ran straight in. It's always great as a Zerg to set up flanks, get a good surround,
Yeah,
but you know what? They're so quick on creep that they were able to get a good surround just
yeah.
running in.
And I think for the first time this game, Cruzo has got a decently sized army that could do a decent bit of damage.
Yeah, I really like his map control too. Look at all the red on the
Yeah,
map versus the blue. The blue is just he's all in a little ball, which that's kind of how Terran plays. You know,
yeah.
very tight and compact and kind of what's the word for it?
Turtling.
Turtling.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Like a little turtle.
Yeah,
Uh,
oh, he sees that Widow Mine, takes it out nice and quick, but he
yeah,
sees the rest of the army behind it too.
yeah, man. I bet he wishes these Zerglings was like a little pack of burrowed banelings. He would be very happy
Yeah,
right now.
he would eat them up very quickly.
Yeah.
And I mean, it may not be a bad idea to run with that now. I mean, he's in a good position to, start hiding his units off.
Yeah, I don't like this engagement angle though. It's a
No, not
really
good at
tight
all.
pathway, and he's moving out. See if the Banelings can get work
Oof.
done. Oh, a lot of Banelings go
No.
down on that Thor.
Yeah,
Wow,
really.
great for the Terran just to use that as a tank to take
Yeah,
that much damage, but
I
that's rough.
mean,
He does have a lot more Banelings being morphed in.
yeah, but he's going to want to get him out very quickly to do anything
Hmm.
about this Marine ball.
Yeah,
He's
here they come. They got their hooks. They're
Yeah,
sinking in.
moving on in.
Oh, taking out a good amount. I don't think it's gonna be enough though.
No, you don't want to put up mutas against a Tor in the end of it. I mean, never a good
No.
idea to engage a Tor with mutas.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have enough, you could definitely magic box him, and they is very low in health, but also having the Marines,
Yeah, and it
and he's
looks
getting
like
ultras out. Is this going to be too little, too late? I guess we'll see.
yep, there they come.
Yep, pulling the lings, pulling the drones, I should say. Man, these ultras, they're just so strong.
Yeah, big time. He just minced through him.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah,
Nice.
put them to good use. Taking out the tanks, and I think Terran's gonna have to retreat here.
Yeah,
Has a great drop on the natural, in the in-base natural.
yeah. I mean, this was always a point that made me terrified whenever I played a game against a Zerg player. The minute the Ultralisk came out, I was like, oh shit. Well, I'm in a lot of trouble now. And
Yeah,
especially he's got him up at 2-2 as well. I believe the Terran now has +3 on attack, but I mean an Ultralisk on 2-2 is unbelievably
good.
strong.
It's gonna be 3-3 in just a second here. Oh, he's gonna
Correct, you
catch
are,
his
yeah.
group out of position. Oh, if he just attacks in, yeah, I'm not sure why he ran ran back from that. I guess he could have been nervous about the Widow Mines, but
Yeah, he
Zerg is,
probably assumed that there were more than there really were. That
yeah,
that's the smallest force that the Terran player has attacked with all game. And I mean that
yeah.
if we have a look at my darling there, he is still on 3 bases, and those mineral patches are starting to run dry. He's oversaturating a lot of them.
Hmm.
So
That's right.
I believe this is really where Crusoe might take the game. We even got the planetary fortress
The
out now.
Planetary Fortress is going to be pretty tough to take down, but it looks like he's just going to bypass that and go
Yeah,
up into the main.
he's got no interest in it.
Yeah, and this might feel like a base race, but Zerg still has so many more bases up that
Yeah, he's going to want to pull back. I mean, if you have a look at his mineral count, he's sitting pretty at the moment. He can start pushing all those ultralisks out, start rebuilding his army. And I mean, he's got a queen on every one of those 5 bases, so he's going to be pretty happy to sit back, build up that army, and go for one big strike.
yeah, losing those ultras to the Widow Mines, that's always rough. But
Mm,
11 mutas on the way, so really just gonna want to deny the Terran from doing anything.
yeah, and if we have a look, we've got a burrowed Zergling over at the fort base that the Terran wants to take. Nice and
Yep.
nasty.
Yeah, he's gonna be transferring his SCVs over there right now. But this man, look, he's moving out with his army, and he has a lot of medevacs, but not much else. And the tanks are only at 1-0, so that's
Yeah,
not going to do a whole lot of damage to the ultras.
really not a good idea to have that many medevacs out at all. I mean, all it really takes is yeah, a nice ball of mutas, and they will all be gone. I mean, you don't have enough marines to stop mutas at this point.
Yeah.
Small muta army would just eat up that.
And it goes in, but you got to watch out for these. Oh, good.
Oh,
Not bad. Not bad hits. Man, Zerg's looking in a good spot right now.
yeah, big time. They've really kind of turned it around.
Yeah. Got those ultras out.
Yeah,
Ultras and a nice little flock of mutas, and he was able to get up his fourth during that engagement, so successful on that front.
yeah,
But it looks like Zerg knows that, and he's going to go and punish.
of course.
No planetary, so
Yeah, those mutas are going to want to get out and just let
yeah,
the ultras do the job
yeah,
here.
kind of a waste in the mutas right now.
And here comes
Oh,
Terran
not
trying to
quite
box
sure
him
what's
in.
going on.
Yeah, really bad engagement.
Yeah, oh, he's trying to kite the best he can.
He did pretty well on it. I mean, he just boxed him in and he had free reign.
Yeah, send a little pack of Zerglings. I like that. I like just doing whatever you can. Just throw out some units. Try to get some run bys. Just keep keep the Terran on his back heel.
Yeah, but I mean, we can see now that this base is really, really muled out. And they're going to get, bring a little bit of a resource lead in back for my darling.
Yeah, and he has a huge gas bank too.
Big time, absolutely. But
Going
it's
setting up a fifth base too, closer to the Zerg on the top right or middle right.
Yeah, he knows he kind of got caught out there, that he was at an economic disadvantage for quite some time, and the only thing that kind of kept him alive was it wasn't even good unit composition. It was just kind of clever engagements, and that was about it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he knows now that, I mean, if he keeps playing by that game where he's looking for the clever engagements to win it out, it may not keep happening, because I mean, Crusoe is very well capable of actually taking on decently sized Terran armies. He's had some great engagements himself. And he doesn't want to kind of rely on just waiting for good opportunities to
yeah.
engage.
Looks like we got a big army here though. Let's see
Yeah.
how much damage this Zerg can do. Oh man, great
Nice,
spreads with
yeah.
the Marines, but I think it's gonna be too many. Oh, we'll see. Too many mutas? I think so.
Yeah,
Wow.
and now they can really look into doing some proper damage here.
Yeah, but still, he's pushing them back with just gonna try and kite as much as he can.
Yeah, but
Great. Oh
whoa,
man,
whoa,
I think
go
just-
down.
if he just throws some Zerglings at each base,
Yeah.
that would just be,
It would eat them up.
that's something that you gotta always remember. You have Zerglings are basically free units. Just throw a couple at each base. Make sure that they have to protect everything.
Yeah. I mean, even the SCV buffer was used here to take away a little bit of damage from the Ultralisks. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Crusoe, or rather, my darling is just waiting at this point to get his economy back up and running, so we can start making those real big armies again, rather than trying to hold them off whatever he can. But we've got Broodlords coming out now. So
Yeah, one mighty brood lord. So we'll see how that goes. But you know, before we were talking about how it was like just two boxers learning each other's moves.
yeah,
Oh, great surround here. It looks like this is more like a heavyweight fight where it's getting into the last rounds.
big time. Those Zerglings gonna
Yeah,
pick off that base nice and
great
quick.
great run around. Yep. And we got
Banelings
the
are gonna
main
run in from
engagement.
behind.
Yeah, great split up here. See this
Nice.
broodlord put in some work, but oh, it looks like they just keep taking each other's armies out. This is
Yeah.
a great game.
I mean, again, this is again Cruiser showing his hand way too early. He sends up one Broodlord rather than building up a slight regiment of them and maybe catching Terran off guard with them. And this
Yeah.
Broodlord is just
Oh
being
man,
gifted
there's
to
a
him.
drop in the base, and they just took out the. I believe it took out the Greater Spire.
Yeah,
And for
and
some reason, he's rebuilding spawning pool. He must have, hotkeyed. He must have went
yeah,
basic. Oh man, that's not good for Cruzo. So he's
not
have
at
this
all.
one dropship trying to harass all these bases.
Yeah, if we have a look at the structures tab there, we got no spire, no greater spire, no nothing.
Oh,
We got 12 extractors up and running. We've got 20 creep tumors. We got 5 hatcheries, obviously, 7 spore crawlers. So yeah, that's not a nice turn for the game to take.
yeah, and wow, he's just committing so much to this one dropship down here. This is crazy. You don't have to,
Yeah, the whole army is running down for it.
yeah, to split. And now he decides to run back. It's a little
Yeah,
odd. I guess he sees this big
yeah,
ball coming towards here, but even it looks like my darling is getting a little distracted. He's moving his metavacs
yeah,
separate. So Zerg could catch him. Oh man, if he just attacks right now, yeah, he's gonna get a
yeah.
great concave. Yeah, wow. Seeker missiles going down. How much damage will they do?
Oof.
Decent amount. I think Zerg's gonna be able to hold this though.
Yeah, he will definitely. And
Great
those
kiting, but
Zerglings making a
so
run
many
around.
Zerglings. So many Zerglings. Meanwhile, we have that little pack at the bottom here of Marines trying to take out this 5th or 6th base. So he's going to need to do something about that. But wow, meanwhile, these Zerglings getting some good kills.
Yeah, big time. I mean, I think Cruzo is actually ignoring that base at this point, just saying, no, just forget about it. I have enough bases.
Just
And
let it go.
he is building up another base then down on the bottom right hand side.
Yeah.
But those Marines, they really
Yeah,
should be able to see that.
Yeah, 3-3. They do not get killed very easily by drones.
Yeah, and
But right now,
Terran just lost their fort.
yep, exactly. And his 5th is under a lot of pressure, but man, with those mules, you can it's like free resources. If you
Yeah.
have a base near minerals, you're just gonna collect resources.
Exactly, just straight back into the game. But have a look at the supply at the moment. I mean, there is 150 supply for the Zerg compared to 84 supply for the Terran. So definitely not a good position to be in. I
Yeah.
mean, the Terran has only got Marauders, Marines, and 3 Ravens out in the field. Whereas, I mean, there are 6 Ultralisks and 6 or 8 Zerglings on the field,
Yeah,
alongside 23 Larvae built up.
and just got 6 more ultras. But the frustrating thing is that, well, as a Zerg, the Terran can trade so cost effectively that this group, this army, could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they.
Look, he's gonna get some free kills right
Yeah,
here.
big time. That Ultra's really going to want to run away.
Yeah. So it looks like he's gonna put the fight into this bottom corner.
I-
Not sure.
I think
sure.
Cruzo will abandon that fight. There's no point kind of running down and chasing after that right now. There's not
Yeah,
enough. There's
well,
not enough down there to
he's-
really worry
he's
about.
thinking about it. The thing is, he only has ultras, which ultras are great, but you need some lings to help surround and close
Big
the
time,
distance.
yeah. And those seeker missiles will. There they go. They're really,
Yeah.
really going to hurt. Good armor. Yeah, the upgraded armor really helped them out there. I mean, 3 seeker missiles can take down a pack of ultras.
Yeah. Oh wow, there it is. Putting a lot of damage with those ultras. Man, they're just so strong. I would like
Yeah.
to see him switch. He finally got his spire up. Figured out that his spawning pool was an aspire, but hasn't morphed into a greater spire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe it's just because this is such a big map. Oh,
GG.
GG. Looks like he just starved him.
Yeah.
War of attrition.
But excellent job by Crusoe. I would love to see a little more play like that come out of our next game, and it's very good to see him kind of get a little more confidence into his game as well. That I mean, he was kind of in his own zone there. It's like he kind of forgot that people are watching or I'm playing for something. He just kind of played, and it was really good to see.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Where are we on next?
We shall see.
Still waiting on Bape to shout out the commands.
Yeah. So I was talking to him earlier, the man from Sweden, and those that didn't hear earlier, the prize pool for this Dogecoin tournament is 45,000 for first place, 15,000 for second, and 10,000 for third.
Not too bad at
So
all.
yeah, big money on the line. They're basically paying for 30,000. That's the difference between first and second. So these
Yep.
guys, that's why the nerves are getting to them.
Yeah, no,
Big
that
money is on the line.
it is a decent amount of money, but I do remember back when Dogecoin was brand new, and I think we were only about a week into mining it, and if you were mining even off a CPU, you might have hundreds of thousands of Dogecoin, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
And one of the first StarCraft competitions was held, and it was being held with what was thought of as a very paltry prize pool of 1 million Dogecoin. And we had a couple of players go into that, and they all just kind of relaxed and fooled around. That wasn't really worth anything at the time to them. But now that those kind of soared up in value against Bitcoin and things like that, I think that 1 million Dogecoin would be worth about $1,600 now. I think so. Not a bad prize pool to take home from a couple of hours of playing StarCraft.
Yeah, really. What did you say it was?
1 million Dogecoin, which would be about $1,600, I believe now.
Oh, wow.
I'll have to do a double check on that.
Yeah, so are you familiar? Am I saying it right? Is it Doge or Dodge or
It's a Doge, like
Doge?
Dohj, that kind of pronunciation.
Dohj?
Yep.
Doge or J? Okay.
Dohj. Yep.
H. I'm not sure what H is, but
And
Doge.
we should
Okay.
mention as well that this competition is being run by TeamDoge.com. So if you are interested in Dogecoin, so you want to start mining or anything of the likes, then do log on to TeamDoge.com, check out the community on there, join in the mining pool, and make yourself some of them rich doggy coins. Alright, what have we got? Daedalus Point, and what are your thoughts on Daedalus Point?
Oh, is this? We'll have to get into the map. I think I'm familiar with this map, but I almost feel like,
Yeah, I
yeah.
always actually
Let's
get
get in. Yeah.
Yeah, I always get panicked whenever anybody asks me what do you think of this map because I start explaining what I think of the map and then and then we open the map and go, oh, I was talking about a completely different map. Apologies for that. Yeah, this
So right
is
now we're at 2-1. My
yeah,
darling took the first two. Cruzo took the last one. Best
yeah,
of 5 series.
and I think this time we're going to see my darling come out with some very early pressure to make up for that early pool that really just kind of threw him off balance in that last game.
Yeah, I want to see what comes out here. See if Cruzo tries the early pressure that worked for him as well, or see if he wants to just macro up.
Yeah, I mean Daedalus Point are only two places to spawn on here as we can see, so
Yeah,
early pressure is really going to hurt.
yeah. This is a really interesting map. I think they changed it recently, where they used to have a really really big ramp into the natural. And
Yeah,
now, yeah, now I believe they made it a little bit smaller, but great map for the Zerg. So kind of surprised that Terran picked this.
yeah, big time. I think he's actually trying to goad him into, yes, send the early pressure again. He's just trying to kind of
Yeah,
encourage it, but it doesn't look like it's
yeah,
working out. It looks like he's going to just kind of drone up for this one, unless he starts
yeah.
saving up after these two
That
come out.
Yeah, you never know. It could be 10 pool, but no, looks
Look,
like it might be more standard.
no, it looks like an 8 pool. Oh no, nope, he is just a little bit late on bringing. Oh, I was saving up for an overlord, of course. My apologies.
Yeah. Yep. So in the bottom right hand corner, we have the blue Zerg Cruzo. In the top left, we have my darling, the red Terran.
Yeah, and I got the zooms off on time that time.
All
Doing well.
right. So this has been an interesting matchup so far. Interesting series. what did you think about the first 2 games?
I thought my darling absolutely annihilated Crusoe in it, to be honest. So he just read his every move and he was prepared for everything you threw at him. And then Crusoe decided then the last game, I'm going to start really playing like a Zerg. I'm going to be unpredictable and I'm going to take the map. And that really worked out for him. So I do hope that he starts coming out with, unpredictable stuff again. That, I mean, the Terran player is obviously well used to ladder matches where, all the standard builds and stuff like that. But Crusoe just he transitioned when he was ready. He read the game well. He was able to kind of move towards the unit compositions that ultimately did win him the game by just starving that Terran player out. But my darling this time, I mean, we could already see the gas going down. He wants those Reapers out quick this time rather than going for an economical build. And that's
Yeah.
really going to hurt Crusoe because Crusoe just threw down a second. So unless
I
he.
think he'll be all right. I think he'll have the queens out in time. But I totally agree with you. He's saying, hey, I don't want to get cheesed again. You 6-pulled me or 7-pulled me last time. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be ready for it and have some Reapers ready to go.
yeah.
Put some pressure on you.
You can already see that there's something in production at the barracks, and when there's a gas up, you can assume the Reaper is on its way out, so he hopefully should be well prepared for it this time. But again, he got advance notice in the first game and in the second game that Reapers were on the way, and he just didn't deal with them very well.
Yeah, yeah, which is kind of surprising because that's a pretty standard play right now, and
Yeah,
wow, blocking that gas, which is really annoying. If Terran wanted to go for Hellions or especially Hellion Banshee
yeah,
play, it's going to be delayed and decides just to send the Reaper out instead of wasting time on that extractor.
yeah. And it's definitely the correct
So
thing to do in this situation. You don't want to sit down and kind of get bogged down getting that extractor back so you can move into your 1-1-1. Just move it forward and start returning the pressure. Reaper's
yep,
in now, and the Zerglings are out right on time to deal
pop
with
out.
that.
Yeah, perfect amount of time here. I don't think he's going to be able to. Oh,
Yeah, that
he's got to move
Reaper is
that
getting
one hurt
shut
Zergling
down.
back. Yeah, there you go. Good micro here. Standard Reaper expand, taking his command center.
Yeah, that really dealt with it that time. I mean, if we have a look at the first 2 games, Reapers put enormous pressure on Crusoe, took down a couple of drones on him, and, just overall annoyed the shit out of him while he was playing. But
Yeah,
yeah, he shut that down quick. So let's see how he does with the second Reaper
yeah,
reinforcement en route.
yep. He's getting the 3 Reapers all together like he did the first game. So
Yeah,
could see something similar. Speed is about halfway done.
oh,
Oh, he
nearly
almost
got
gets
the
a surround.
surround.
Almost forgot about it, but looks
He's
yeah, like
doing
you
pretty
said, he's
well.
doing a lot better this game. A lot better for Cruzo.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he's kind of calmed down a lot. I think
Yeah.
maybe after the first 2 games, I mean, a lot of people go into this mindset where they assume they've already lost, and at that point, they stop playing as in they're in a competition, and they just start playing kind of more naturally, which generally
Mhm.
works out a lot better for them. And he gets the no.
Yeah, so very, very interesting right now, I have to say, is that he's taking another really quick third command center,
Yeah,
and Zerg is getting a Baneling nest. So if he puts on some pressure right now, I think this could work.
big time.
He is getting the Hellions, but if you have Speedlings and you have here we go, Speedlings coming in,
Yeah. Oh,
getting a great surround on that
yeah,
Wrecker, and that's
fantastic.
going to go down very quickly.
Yeah, and those Reapers are really going to
Oh
feel the
yeah,
pressure. He just wants
yeah,
to.
couldn't quite take him out, but gets one of them. Oh, he might be able to surround these Hellions.
Yeah,
Yep,
he
gets one
has.
Hellion, gets 2
And
Hellions.
morphing
This is
Banelings in the base. I mean, that's
yeah, wow.
fantastic.
Definitely a lot different this time. This time
Yeah.
around, he's gonna have those Banelings. He will be able to put,
Yeah,
you know,
look at
he,
that. Look at the wall that the Terran player.
yeah,
He knows what's about to happen here.
yep, yeah. Wow, just
What a massive
streaming
lead to
more Lings
take.
in here, and he doesn't have anything to stop this except a giant wall. But if he takes out that reactor, he's got to take out that reactor. You got to move your Lings. There you go. One.
And there they
Oh
go. They're all
wow,
in.
just funnels in now. I think this is game.
Yeah, big time. I mean, what a
He's gonna have to
fantastic play.
really come up with something fast to stop this, but I think that's going to be game. Lings are inside the base,
Gets
put
so
a
much
lot of
damage
damage
done.
on here, and go with the Hellions. So
A couple of
unless he
Lings
can
were
wall
not
this
rallied
off,
inside.
which Nope, they're blocked right
No, the
now.
the SCV's blocked that one out.
Yeah, and that's game right
Yeah,
there.
big time. That is the end of that.
Yeah, wow, trying
Excellent
to get
game.
greedy, going with 3 command centers, brings it to game 5.
Yeah,
Excellent game.
Cruzo evens it out. So we have an actual tiebreaker match, which is really good to see. I mean, the competition that we did last week was between the bronze and gold players, and generally with bronze and gold, you find that they have 2 or 3 strategies, and you're going to stick to it, and that's all
Mhm.
well, good, and fine. But generally, once one player wins the first game, you know who's going to win the next game, and that's pretty much it. But heavy rain we're going with this time.
Heavy rain.
Yep,
All right, these guys mean business. A lot is on the line.
yep. They are eager to get in and settle this up pretty quickly.
Yep.
Be really interesting to see what they do for the last game because early pressure has really worked well for Cruzo in the last 2 games. So will he try to do it again? And again, he's picked
Yeah.
another map where there are only 2 starting points. So I don't know if he's trying to goad him or if he wants to jump in himself very quickly with Reapers to try and shut him down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good map for Reapers. You just have so much area
Yeah,
for the main base to pop in and out.
yeah, big time.
Hmm.
So do you want to introduce our players?
Yes, this is the best of 5, game 5. We have Cruzo, the blue Zerg in the bottom right hand corner, and in the top left hand corner, we have the red Terran, my darling.
And they're fighting for the death for the Doge riches. 40 million on the line here.
That's right. 40 million. I think I just got a call from my man in Sweden, and he said it's going to be 40 billion
40
Dogecoins.
billion. Not
Yep.
bad, not bad. I believe that's what he owes me from the first couple of games that I casted, actually. So hopefully, maybe he's doing a little bit of a split on that. Just half the Doge economy thrown my way, half the Doge economy thrown to the 2 players. We'd all be happy with that.
That would be perfect.
All right, let's see. We've got pretty standard openings going on here. We're not seeing anything like six pool come out or anything like that. The barracks is not gone down yet. There it goes. Barracks is
Yeah.
down for my darling. So again, he's already rallied it into Cruzo's main. So definitely Reapers coming out of that.
Yeah, it doesn't have a refinery yet though. So
Yeah,
I'm not positive it's going to be Reapers. It's going to be some very, very slow Reapers if he does that. And he's going to get that scout out. And oh, misclick there. So yeah, he sees no refinery. So it's going to be a while before Reapers come out. I mean,
yeah. I mean, we have another SCV going down to quote unquote scout, but he might be heading down to actually build a bunker. If he's going to be rallying them down into his base, he might be going for something a little bit sneakier like that.
yeah. I mean, normally you don't see it off of one barracks.
Yeah,
You'd think that you'd have 2 barracks out, but
yeah. 2 racks proxied, if anything, but nope. He's starting to build a
oh,
marine, and it's still rallied.
you're right.
Oh,
But
there,
it's
there it
scouted
is.
right away. So I think he's trying to fake him into thinking that there's a barracks somewhere
Yeah,
proxied. So hopefully he's thinking, oh hey, pull a lot of drones, which he is doing right now. Which it's good to be safe. I don't think he's pulled too many. I think
yeah.
he's gonna be okay.
No problem there at all.
Yeah,
He's gonna want to move him back nice and quick though. He's gonna sit
yeah.
in
He still has
there.
that drone. He's got to be careful with that drone scout. I mean, he can see a lot that's in there. He sees that there's no gas, so
Yeah,
either an expansion, which he should scout right now.
yep. It just went down,
Let's
and
see.
he did not
Oh,
pick up on it. He
yep.
got killed.
Just no, he just sees it with his overlord though,
Oh
so
yeah,
he knows
oh
what's
yeah.
going
There we
on.
go.
And right now, I think it's in Cruzo's favor. He is making a spine crawler, which he does not need. He should cancel that right now, considering that he sees the expansion.
Yeah, it's just pure paranoia at this point. I'm
But
assuming he's not really thinking in his head. Well, how many minerals would he have collected at this stage of the game, etc.
yeah,
It's just pure paranoia, saying, "No, I'm putting this down."
yeah, yeah. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah,
But yeah, if you really think about it, he's. I think he really tried to get in his head like, hey, I'm doing a 2 barracks proxy.
Yeah,
one proxy barracks, and that's why I'm putting down. Why else would he put down a bunker?
yeah, exactly. And I absolutely love when games actually get to that point where they're actually just playing mind games with each other. It's
Yeah,
just coming down to pure meta at this point.
yeah,
But if we have a look at my darling, though, he's not done much scouting at all. He can obviously see the expansion, but he has
mhm,
no idea what's happening inside that main. Absolutely none.
yeah.
Whereas
Running
Crusoe,
these running these lings around though, but they don't have speed, and I think speed is still a long ways away. Speed isn't even being researched yet.
yeah, those Marines are going to come out and pick off
Oh
those
wow,
Zerglings pretty quick.
yeah, wow.
Yeah,
Kind
shutting
of,
shutting that down real quick.
yeah. That was surprising. Wow,
A metabolic
yeah,
boost goes into production, seeing the error of his ways. Another
yeah.
command center drops down for my darling.
Exactly, my darling. Again, very greedy. Something that Zerg is supposed to be doing. Being
Yeah, I
super
mean,
greedy.
it worked out for my darling so well in the first two games, but now that early pressure is coming on from Crusoe, it's not really working out so well for him. But I mean, again, this time I think the little mind game of the bunker going down has really done a lot to put Crusoe in a much more defensive position going forward. Because Crusoe is just looking to sit back and start droning up. He's not looking to
Yeah,
come out and challenge anymore.
he sees everything though. He knows that it's going to be Hellions and most likely a Banshee coming out, unless he, again, it just wants to psych him out. But no, he's getting the Banshee.
Yeah, and that big wall has gone down again to, yeah, as we saw in, I believe it was the first game, the big wall coming into the natural is what kind of saved them, and then a little bit of, misclicking or misrallying kind of hurt Crusoe as well. But it looks like he's kind of trying to goad him into another situation where that could happen, and the cloaked Banshees are now on the way.
Yeah, and Zerg still hasn't taken this third base yet, so Terran's going to be way ahead economically with 3 command centers. I
Yeah,
don't think he's going to move out and take it for a while, but having that extra CV and mule production,
yeah,
it's a
definitely.
it's a big deal. Zerg, however, is pretty much saturated on 2 bases.
Yeah, and those Hellions are going to come down and likely pick off a Zergling or two.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have any Zerglings out
Oh,
though.
yeah,
He doesn't
like
have
likely
any.
pick
He
out a
has
couple of
he has
drones.
two queens, and about to have 2 more pop out here, or 1 more pop out.
Well,
But
with six
that spine
Hellions on the
crawler's
field,
what's that?
with six
Yeah, the spine.
Hellion,
Yeah,
yeah,
the spine crawler's helping out. Wow, just that one spine crawler is enough to deter him.
yeah,
If he only knew what was out there, he could have
yeah,
run by and done a bit of damage. But
yeah.
not since these Zerglings are out.
And Spire is now going down.
Hmm.
So transitioning back into airplay. I don't think Crusoe. I think the kind of panic that maybe he saw in the first two games is coming back, and he's not really prepared to deal with whatever the Terran is throwing. And in go to Banshee.
Yep.
Oh, what a big
And
roast.
Zerglings are picking off a couple of these. Oh, almost pick them off.
Yeah,
But 2 very weak Hellions there. You
and,
could just turn around and spit at him, and
and that Queen goes down as well.
yeah.
And that Queen
Oh,
is really what I want to take out the weak
oh man,
Hellions rather
yeah, so
than.
close, so close.
Oh,
5 hit points left, but there's nothing now. Oh, Zerglings pop out, and we'll push this back. That 5 hit point Banshee. He just needs to,
yeah,
bring a
very
queen
good
down. He should
surround.
be making more queens.
He picked
So
himself
Zerg's
back
able to
up.
hold it.
Yeah,
And look at this bank.
Yeah, for both
He's
players, really. I mean, they really built it up there. They just kind of were focusing on that engagement.
Yeah, well, Zerg is holding it up for these mutas, and he's going to have about 12 mutas coming in. So
Yeah,
I don't know if he's going to expect this. He doesn't have any widow mines. He is throwing down the turrets right now. So yeah, he should be safe with this amount of turrets, but he's not going to be able to take his third base for a little while. And if Zerg does this right, he can do a lot of harassment. There aren't too many Marines out. He has just Hellbats.
yeah, big time. And
Yeah.
one
Oh,
thing I'm finding strange is the floating barracks.
yeah.
Was that meant to
Well,
go anywhere?
3 Thors pop out, so maybe mutas might not be the strongest thing here, but he can definitely contain for a little while. Well, until they move out.
Oh, bad rally point. Those mutas running into
Yeah.
their doom. Well, he's found the floating barracks anyway.
Yeah.
And the
So
Firebats and Tors make pretty quick work of the Zerglings that were sitting outside the base. I mean, this is a pretty good force that's coming out from my darling. He should be able to really. He's probably going to take down an expansion with that.
yeah, we have an attack going on here, but not enough mutas for this many Thors. Is trying to get a little magic box action, and wow, yeah. Once they SCV they take out one, so
Yeah,
not too bad. SCVs get there a little late.
the Hellbats got to run on kind of unopposed.
Yeah,
I mean they were fairly out of position. The Tors were a decent bit behind the Hellbats. I mean he really could have eaten them up before they even got to the base and could just kind of ignore the Tors for now.
yeah,
Oh, the hatch
yeah.
does go down. No cancel.
No, Hatch
Yeah,
is still up for now. Did lose a lot of those Hellbats, but yeah, it's gonna go down right
yeah.
now.
There
And
it
he just has
goes.
Blue Flame getting finished.
Yeah,
Good surround. Gonna try to take out these Thors. That's what he really needs to focus on. One goes down. Second one, that's gonna go down too. He's not
no, he's
focusing
gonna
on
pull.
there. Oh yeah, no, the 4 Marines. I guess that's enough to scare him off.
Yeah,
But no upgrades on those Marines.
and a missile turret going down. So it looks like my darling wants to take the game from here.
Yeah, definitely. I think he can take out that Thor though if he boxes around it with those mutas. I'm not exactly sure, but he doesn't want to clump together like that.
Yeah,
That's not gonna work. Especially now that turret goes down.
yeah,
Yeah, this might be too much for our friend Cruzo.
yeah. It looks like that. Yeah, look at that. Et up and Cruiser calls it GG.
Yeah,
So that is that. My darling takes the fifth game, which gives him 3-2 in this competition. Congratulations, my darling. You are the owner of Doge Riches.
that's right.
All
Yep,
right.
congratulations.
So, what did you think of our players overall then?
Oh, that was a really great finals match. It looked like My Darling was just gonna walk away with it, and Cruzo came back,
Yeah,
forced the game 5, and yeah, he'll get a little something for his troubles too.
yeah, big time. But yeah, congratulations to both of our players. You both did fantastically, and well, you'll both be getting your Doge rewards in just time. So that is just about it for myself and John. Sorry, it is John, isn't it? Or is it Don?
Yes,
Or excellent.
Don Juancho.
Don Juancho. That is it from myself and Don Juancho for this evening. So this has been hosted by TeamDoge.com. If you have any interest at all in Dogecoin mining, in the Dogecoin community, or in cryptocurrencies in general, do check them out at TeamDoge.com. Right, and we get, I believe, 4 million Doge each for plugging that here.
That's
Is that
right.
correct? Excellent. 4 million Doge each. Sounds good. All right. So we're going to call it a day at that. All right. Thank you for joining in and thank you for watching and thank you for anybody who did tip towards the Team Doge pool for that. And we'll see you again. I've been Owen and this has been, you can extraduce yourself.
This is Don Juancho. Thanks for listening.
All right. Fantastic. And we'll see you again. Bye for now.